the practical of ethanol fermentation, and we have already seen that what can be done on the first day. Now we will start with the second day one. On the second day, what is to be done? So we are now confirming the protocol for second day. Now on second day, again we will take our alcohol bottle in which our fermentation is going on. Here one thing is very clear, and you should never forget that thing, that this is anaerobic process. The formation of ethanol is anaerobic process, and the yeast which we are using is bottom yeast. So for their maximum activity and for good growth of yeast as well as for yield, we should not disturb the yeast. So we should not shake the bottle very frequently. It should be still. Okay? So you should never shake the bottle, and it should be kept in the dark place. Okay? So these are the two main important things. That it should be kept in the dark place, and another thing, because they are bottom yeast, so they are settled down on the bottom and they are growing there and producing alcohol. So that is why they should not be disturbed. Okay? So you should not shake or give any movements to the bottle. So that is very clear now. Now with minimum of the movement, you will withdraw on the second day 20 ml of the broth. 20 ml of the broth. Okay. Now from this particular thing, what is to be done? Here, very first thing we will do, that will be confirmation of pH. First of all, we will see that what is the pH of the medium on the second day on the succession of the alcohol fermentation. Okay. So pH will be confirmed with the help of pH strip. You have to dip the pH strip in this container, and then you have to confirm what is the pH. Now the next thing is, you have to make the slide, or you have to make a smear for confirmation of purity, and you have to carry out gram staining. Every day gram staining is a must, because every day you have to check for the contamination. Okay? Always you have to be very sure that your culture or your fermentation is without any contamination, and it is run with the pure culture only. Because see, if you are working with the contamination, what will happen? The yield will be different. The type of the yield and the quality of the yield, both will be different. Okay? So that is not good for us. So that is why we are confirming the purity of the organisms. And the third thing is, we will then after go for pulse method. Now why we do pulse method? Just we want to find out that how many molecules of sugar are there in the broth. Okay. Now initially we have added jaggery. You know that it is a type of polysaccharide. So from polysaccharide, now there will be degradation, or there will be utilization of polysaccharide, and it will get degraded into its components, that is glucose, some other sugar like maltose or something. Okay. So for that confirmation that what is the sugar, on the next day we are going for pulse method. Now after this much thing, pulse method is not to be done directly. Okay. One pre-treatment to the broth is to be given. Pre-treatment. Okay, first of all you have collected 20 ml broth. Now in this broth we have to pre-treat it with the help of acid, with the help of particular acid, and that acid is HCl, hydrochloric acid. Okay. So few drops of hydrochloric acid is to be added in the broth, and then after it is kept for boiling in the boiling water bath. Now why we do this step? What is the reason? This is called hydrolysis step. This is called step of hydrolysis. Now in hydrolysis what we do? We are converting the polysaccharides into its component sugars. Why? Because with the help of Coles method we are not able to find out the presence of polysaccharides. We are only able to carry out the determination of the sugars which are readily utilizable like glucose and maltose. Okay, so that is why it is very important to hydrolyze your sample. This is called hydrolysis process. This is the step of hydrolysis. Okay, so after hydrolysis again we have to treat the broth. Okay, after half an hour or so in the boiling water bath, it will be taken out and it should be neutralized. The sample is neutralized. Usually we neutralize the sample with the help of bicarbonates. Now for our usual practical, we are going for using sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate is usually used for this purpose. Okay. So we will have a pinch of sodium bicarbonate inside the neutralization. Okay. Now here we will write that how it is neutralized. After boiling in the boiling water bath for half an hour, it is to be neutralized. Okay. Sodium bicarbonate. Okay, this is the you can say a type of carbonate with the help of these powder. This is in the powder form. Okay, so pinch of this is added. How much amount is to be added? Okay, that is the question usually people ask. The answer is that till the bubbles will stop formation. Okay, bubble formation will stop. So till then you have to add sodium bicarbonate and you have to rotate it properly to mix the content uniformly. After that you can go for Coles method. Directly you cannot go for Coles method because you know that in jaggery there are so many sugar components. So it is extremely concentrated. So first of all you have to dilute your dough. Okay, so dilution will come here. Now you will dilute your sample. Okay, whenever you do Coles method, it is maybe on first day or second day or third day or fourth day, every time you have to dilute your sample. Okay, after hydrolysis and neutralization step, you have to go for dilution. Okay, now how can you dilute your sample? So that is the question that usually we dilute for 20 times. Okay, so 1:20. Usually we do this. You can also have the change in this dilution, there is no problem. Okay, but usually we go for 1:20 dilution. Okay, now then after this dilution factor will be taken in the calculation. Okay, at last, so there is no problem. Okay, final amount of sugar will be found from the multiplication with dilution factor. So up to here, are you clear? Now after doing dilution, what is to be done? Usual Coles method is to be done. Now in Coles method, what you collect? First of all, you go for collecting the flask. Okay, this type of flask you are collecting. Then you will place the flask lids inside. Okay, then after you will fill the flask with two different reagents. Which two different reagents? Can you tell me? Which two different reagents? One is NaOH, another one is? What is another one? What is the first reagent in the Pulse method? Yes? How? Pulse method, first reagent.